Welcome, everyone. So I'm back in Spain. I've been out for some travels in Holland and France, and it's been wonderful, beautiful to meet people and be out for a bit. I have spent a lot of time here the last few months, so it felt really fresh to come out and extend and join with people. And today, Jesus and the Holy Spirit are really pointing me to a topic. And it is about idols. It is about letting go of idols. And I was just going to read a little bit in the course. And sometimes Spirit just really leads us to something when we use the course as an oracle, just open it up. And it was all about idols. So I take that, I take it seriously when that comes in. This is something that is going to help us to really look at this idea of an idol. Something we have put in between us and God. And also a song has come in, and the last few days, the songs from Donna Mary Carey has been coming in the groups. So I'm going to play this song and we can listen to the lyrics. They're important and helpful. The song is called What I Give is What I Get. It's a matter of choice.
Angel
Okay. Thank you, Donna Marie Carey. A matter of choice. I choose to hear God's voice. I'm going to read just a little bit to bring us to this topic of idols. He's saying, first I will just explain, Jesus will explain what is an idol. And he's actually saying, do you think you know? And you may think you know what an idol is. He's saying that idols are unrecognized as such and never seen for what they really are. So if we knew that we were choosing an idol, we wouldn't want it. They're not seen for what they really are. That is the only power that they have. Their purpose is obscure, and they're feared and worshipped both. So an idol can be both feared and worshipped, something we want or something we fear, because you do not know what they are for and why they have been made. An idol is an image of your brother that you would value more than what he is. So there he goes. He told us what an idol is. It's an image of your brother that you would value more than what he is. An image of your brother. An idea coming from somewhere in the mind, in the psyche, some idea of another person. So we can worship an idol, that would be like someone or something we lift up, put on a pedestal. We've heard about that. Put them on a pedestal, and that's not very helpful. It can also be someone we want something from. So all special relationships are actually idols. It's an image of your brother that you would value more than what he is. Idols are made that he may be replaced no matter what their form. Idols are made that he may be replaced no matter what their form. So what your brother really is, you want to replace with how you see him, what you want from him, what you think he should be. So this is very obvious in our special relationships. It can be with partners or kids or anyone, friends. And it is this that never is perceived or recognized. This replacement, this making up of what the other one is never seen or recognized, be it a body or a thing, a place, a situation or a circumstance, an object owned or wanted, or a right demanded or achieved. It is the same. So it's pretty much the whole world. Situations, circumstances, objects owned or wanted, a right demanded or achieved. It is the same. So let's just open ourselves to this, to even let someone or something come to mind that is an idol in your life, that you want more than seeing who they really are. And it's always about time. Like the timeline is always involved when there are idols. It's about the future or the past. So this was just sharing what an idol is. And then the section that Jesus pointed me to is from the Antichrist, from the chapter, The Awakening. Chapter 29 is called The Awakening. And part 8 is the Antichrist. The Antichrist. The Antichrist, it's like the devil. It's the ego. So here is what he's saying. This world of idols is a veil across the face of Christ, because its purpose is to separate your brother from yourself. This world of idols is a veil across the face of Christ, because its purpose is to separate your brother from yourself. This is very good to know. This is the purpose of the world, to separate your brother from yourself, the world of idols. A dark and fearful purpose, yet a thought without the power to change one blade of grass from something living to a sign of death. So this tendency has no power. It seems dark and fearful, this purpose of making someone what they're not. But it has no power to change anything. Its form is nowhere, for its source abides within your mind, where God abideth not. This idol is nowhere, it doesn't exist. Its source is only in the mind, where God abideth not, in the deceived mind. Where is this place where what is everywhere has been excluded and been kept apart? Where is this place? What hand could be held up to block God's way? Whose voice could make demand he enter not? The more than everything is not a thing to make you tremble and to quail in fear. Christ's enemy is nowhere. He can take no form in which he ever will be real. So this hand he talks about, it must be a body, a human hand that can block God. But he's saying, where is it? It could never happen. But this is what we have to look at. This is what we experience has happened. Anytime we are sad, anytime we are not happy, we have put this hand up to block God, and we have put an idol in God's place. A person, a thing, or a circumstance. He can take no form. So this, more than everything, that seems to be Christ's enemy, he says it can take no form in which he ever will be real. So the form it takes is never real. Body is never real. So this is what we want to look at. These bodies that we have made up as idols. If we want to be happy, we'd better take a look. What is an idol? Nothing. It must be believed before it seems to come to life, and given power that it may be feared. So it first is believed, and then it's given power so it can be feared. Its life and power are its believer's gift. And this is what the miracle restores to what has life and power, worthy of the gift of heaven and eternal peace. You can read that again. So its life and power are its believer's gift. So it's only in the mind of the believer that the power of an idol exists. And this is what the miracle restores to what has life and power, worthy of the gift of heaven and eternal peace. So the miracle can restore the true sight, the real knowing of who someone is. And this must be something that is not planned by us. You know, we're planners. We want to plan and make decisions and choices, plan for our reality. This is the idol. This is what blocks knowledge. This is why Jesus says, give over your special relationships. Give them to me because I know how to use them, it says. So don't plan. Ask what his plan is and then trust it. It takes a lot of trust to release an idol. Believe me. But it is a beautiful reward, because you will not lose. You know, what is underneath is just the fear of loss. It's just the belief in loss. But you will actually see who they are, the reward of the trust. The miracle does not restore the truth. The light, the veil between has not put out. The miracle does not restore the truth because the truth doesn't need to be restored. It's already there. The light that the veil between has not put out. The veil couldn't put out the light. The miracle merely lifts the veil and lets the truth shine unencumbered, being what it is. The miracle just lifts the veil. What is a veil? It's something that makes you not see. The miracle just lifts the veil and lets the truth shine unencumbered, being what it is. It does not need belief to be itself, for it has been created. So it is. So this was it. This is what Spirit requested that I read today and share with you. From the Awakening, the Antichrist, chapter 29, part 8. And the other, what is an idol, was also, it was the beginning of this chapter, actually. So let's take a moment with this. We can even just go into meditation and take a look in the mind. Ask even which idol you should put on the altar today. You know. And you know, this is joyful. This is joyous. This is not, like Jesus says, you know, it doesn't get kind of torn away from you. It doesn't take away your meager belongings. But it's the control you want to let go of. So let's just go into meditation and see this person or situation or thing. Because also this song was, you know, what I give is what I get. And you want to get peace of mind. You want to choose to hear God's voice. What do you need to let go of to hear God's voice? Who do you need to give over? You can even visualize giving over this person, relationship, or thing. Let go of the grip. Let them go. Hand them over to the light. And then trust. You offer your little willingness, and the Holy Spirit will offer the rest. Maybe after this meditation and this instruction, you'll get better at recognizing an idol. You will see the opportunity that are presented to release them. And letting go of idols can bring up some fear. But it's actually more gentle to hand them over than to hold on to them. Holding on is that hand that says no to God in our experience. And that is very painful. That is being lost. Instead, we can safely open our hands and hand over. People and the situations. I've done this many times, and the significant times I've noticed a great, beautiful reward in seeing clearly the reward of letting go. You may be able to feel that it's a matter of letting go of control. can even ask for a sign or a message about what you need to do as a symbol of letting go. Maybe there is something that calls for a change. And you can open up the room here for some sharing. Anyone is called to bring up something?
Hi, Jenny. Good to see you.
You too.
Yeah, I was already coming up. Your message, your one yesterday about our car, about praying. So I started reflecting and saw similar patterns. You remember the garage man at Javier? And then the place we wanted to take in El Toril near Venta Baja. And there were all these delays. And we got this delay around the car. And then when you spoke around the idols, it's just around money and fear of abandonment and homes, because always looking for homes. And we're going off today to see people. And we were last night after the car. The car worked, we picked it up, and then, of course, it didn't. The light, one of the aspects of the light, the dimmer, wasn't working. So yeah, I get very distressed, and I get around sort of abandonment. I get out of integrity, and I get very defensive.
Do you see, you're seeing a belief in lack is underneath?
Yeah, massive. Yeah. When Solvay was in the community, yeah, at times I felt terrified of losing her.
Yeah.
Around you, as a vehicle of guidance.
This is good. You see all the idols.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. I mean, I was quite upset when you were asked us for a symbol. I didn't actually get a symbol exactly. I just felt very upset. On the one hand, it felt like some of the trauma of childhood, but on the other hand, it felt like, choosing all these idols instead of love or God, choosing the experts to save me somehow. You
right.
know?
So which expert are you going to choose now instead? The inner, the spirit. This is, you know,
Yeah.
to dare to take that step, to go with what you actually know. Not you as a person, but, you know, when you are presented with an idol or the truth.
Yeah. You know, and I haven't, you know, the reminders for the lessons come up, but I sort of blank them somewhat. So, you know, it's all there, it's all obvious. Just got to be busy sorting this out, planning, as you said, whatever. And I said, I've just got to meditate before the group this morning. And then my mind was really fierce and tension building in my shoulder. And,
yeah. And now?
Better. Crying and being with you, and I feel more held and in this place. Yeah, I just feel little in this place.
Mm-hmm. And maybe that's part of the healing, and maybe that's okay too.
Yeah, it feels okay. I mean, it's happening more and more and more. So it feels good. It feels like a lot of this stuff that's been well suppressed is emerging. And I do see it. And Solveig said, no, we need, you know, suddenly our last place, Susan said, you know, you are welcome back, just out of the blue. And I just felt such an intense relief. And then Solveig says, you know, we got to pray on it, not just go. And I occasionally say the same to her. So we are on it, but it's still, I get it out of integrity. I can feel I just want the relief from that terror.
Well, trust, yeah. You know, trust starts with the same letter as terror. Trust rather than terror. Can feel better. Yeah. You know, it's like welcome to the realm of trust, where you don't know the form always. You don't know the next step always, you know, until you need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that's there, and you know, I don't feel frightened. I just feel it's okay. It'll come, and it has. The miracles have been coming. You know, they've been taken away seemingly at times, and then they come. So it's like it's really quite activated around all this.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm grateful. I am grateful to you for helping me on the way, helping us. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I might have something to. If it's okay, I go next.
Yes.
I woke up quite early, and at the moment I have a lot of bodily symptoms. That goes with all the anxiety and thoughts, and I was just aware of all the thoughts. It just feels overwhelming many times when it's there, and last night there was a lot of things up with the car, and I'm just kind of amazed how this allowing myself to feel, and actually every time it comes up, instead of acting, I could see I wanted to write, I wanted to, you know, and it's just I just step back and say, no, it's not for now. Every time I want to go out there doing something, it's just a sign just to allow the feelings. That's really, really, really helpful. That's a deep pattern of mine that just seems to be just a little bit loosened up for every time it comes up. I was just looking at last night, and when the panic comes up, when Peter just talked about what comes up, how easy it's this pattern of, I would almost call it codependency in me, that I need to follow that. And suddenly I said, no, that's a choice. I don't need to follow it. And just be aware of what it is in me, this eager to just go down a line that I know is not taking me any good place.
Mm-hmm. You're aware of it, aware of what's, what is not helpful.
Yeah. And somehow I had all these like feeling like depression and all these thoughts and all these emotions coming up from seemingly my past. I certainly could see the similarity to when I had the experience with Lulu and the allergy. I remember I never even thought that I would be able to not have allergy to that cat. It was so ingrained in me that I didn't believe anything would change. But I was willing to just take one tiny step at a time, even if I didn't believe it. And certainly I could say, oh, this is the same. It's exactly the same. I don't even have to believe in it. I just need to be willing to go another direction. That's the one I'm so used to. Yeah, and the one I know so good. It's just so clear to me.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's tiny steps, and it doesn't matter if everything comes up again. It's just like with Lulu, I had a lot of asthma and everything, in the beginning. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. That willingness and that, going in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's it.
I remember years back when I was back in Denmark and had this fear of letting go of everything and coming to Spain and all that. And I remember actually you and having this talk about, it's just about going in the right direction. And that was very helpful that time. And it just comes back. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have to figure out, I don't have to know anything. I don't even have to. It's just, okay, just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. I still haven't unpacked from my trip, so I'm gonna go and do that. And I'm very much in support of each and every one of you, and of course, the Holy Spirit is the one that is, supporting you each step here, and that little willingness Solveig talks about. That's it. Just offer that little willingness and ask to be shown. And then take the steps, whatever they are, whatever Spirit is guiding you. Yeah. Have a beautiful day and evening, and enjoy every step. If anyone wants to give a donation, it's paypal.me/ACIM love in one word. Try to not send it for goods and services, because then PayPal takes some money out of it. So it's better to send to a friend. So we are friends. Thank you for joining in. Love you all.